Hey guys, welcome. Kerry Davies here up in the west coast of Canada, beautiful Victoria, British Columbia. And the other night I was watching the Dallas Buyers Club, and I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a really good movie with Matthew McConaughey, and I know it was up for a bunch of awards, and I know it won some. I'm not sure which ones it won, but the sort of concept of the movie got me thinking a little bit, and some comparisons between our prosperity team and this movie. And so the gist of it is that they, in order to try and find a cure for HIV or AIDS, there was a drug that was available. However, it was illegal to sell it in the United States. So what they did is they created a club where they didn't actually sell it. They paid a monthly fee. In this case, it was $400 a month. And for that $400 a month, you got your the drugs that would help you put the disease into remission. I wouldn't say it was a cure for it, but certainly it put it into remission. And plus the guidance and counseling that went along with it. So where do the similarities come in? Well, we're not selling any drugs here, that's for sure. But the thing is what we do offer is, and for a heck of a lot cheaper, no $400 a month. It's really starts at $25 a month. And what we offer for that is basically you get to work with people like myself, and plus my team members. My mentor, the guy that taught me a lot, his name is Josh Shanley, and we teach a very simple kind of three-step program. Now, I'm a realtor and have been for a number of years, and what I sort of had discovered is that this program was kind of similar to how I built a very successful real estate business here in Victoria. And I remember when I first started out, right, that one of the first things I did as a realtor was I sat down and I got together a list of everybody I knew. And I got my mom to do the same thing, friends that she had who would also know me, and I put together a list. And that was the beginning point of my marketing. And the one thing I kind of remember about this was, and it served me well. I think I came up, like I think I may have already said, about 300 names at the time, and I started marketing to them. But I remember another two realtors in the office had decided to kind of partner up. The first thing they did was spend, and it was at $5,000. This was, this had to be about a dozen years ago too. They spent about $5,000 for this marketing program in quite a lovely magazine that we have here in Victoria. And basically the gist of it is they got their pictures in there, and phone us, come by with us, right? Well. That $5,000 was a complete waste of money. Whereas myself, I had some marketing experience before that, but really didn't know the route I was going to follow was really the route how to build a real estate business. But in that case, as I found out later, it was part of the formula for building any business. Those two realtors, they're actually still in business, but barely. I would expect they probably do a tenth the business I do, and they can't keep funding that type of expenditure. $5,000 for these ads that really don't return any business, as opposed to just taking the time, sit down, make a list, and which in most cases costs you nothing. So we teach a very simple three-step type of program. It's got three we'll call it a system, actually. Three-step system. And by the way, this will work in any business, not just the online internet marketing type of business. Although that's the vehicle that I am using right now. To create my online business. And actually, just while I'm thinking about it, just a bit of an income disclaimer here. This business works well for me. My results are not ordinary. I don't consider myself ordinary. However, I don't think you are either. If you're still watching my video, you're probably looking for, to make some extra money, whether it's $500 a month or $5,000 a month. There are no guarantees here. But if you follow our steps, your chances of success are much better. The bottom line is, folks, no guarantees here. So the first step of our system is mindset. And everything I'm going to talk about here is offered through our program. And really, at the $25 a month, you'll get all this and much, much more, plus access to your own coach. Now, come on, just think about it. If you were going to buy some sort of franchise, in a lot of ways, this is like a franchise, all right, because all the systems are in place, and we're constantly tweaking, changing. Everything's based pretty much on case study, on what if something works well for one of our team members, that's passed along to the rest of us. And we have our own private Facebook page that we all belong to, post to, and we pick up some great marketing tips and business tips in general through that. But everything's based on case study here. Really, that's really what it is. So, but the first thing is mindset. Now, what I do basically on a daily basis is because we have a lot of materials. Every day I go for about an hour 15-minute walk. Well, I just record. I strip out the audio from some of the YouTube videos that, in a lot of cases, it's Josh Shanley. It might be Mike Hobbs. There's almost daily videos that are available. I just strip out the audio, download them onto my iPhone, and listen to them as I'm on my walk. So I find that keeps me motivated. Now, I'm a fairly motivated individual to start off with. Why wake up in the morning? I like to go to work, and I go to work. But not everybody's like that. So we provide the mindset for you. We can keep you inspired. We can keep you interested, and we can help you as well. So that's step one. Step two is leads. Super important. You have to have leads in business. If you don't have leads, you're not going to have any. You're not going to exist, basically, right? So again, we have a number of different ways that we teach for getting leads. Right now, one of the main methods I use is Craigslist. I use a paid type of method there. Facebook is another one I use. But there's a bunch of different ways you can get leads. If you don't have much of a budget, you can get them free through chatting on Facebook, through other forums. There's a whole sort of course that we've put together on how to get leads, gather them. You also have to have a place to accumulate them. But the biggest thing is to get your leads and create your list. And your list is really where the money is. And the third step to it is once we've got all these leads and we've got them safely in our vault, we need to convert to sales. And again, through this, we offer you a number of different ways and suggestions, materials. Pretty much all this stuff is what we call done for you. I mean, yes, you still have to put in some time. You still have to, there's a little bit of a learning curve here, but we do have pretty much like a 14-step fast start program to get you going. But it's all laid out for you. So for example, if you're trying to collect leads, pretty much everything for us, not everything, but there is some offline marketing here. Most people do online marketing. We have what we call capture pages that entice people with offers to register. We collect that name, and then we start marketing to them after that and convert them into sales. And the one thing I can tell you is the products that we sell are absolutely second to none. I have no reservations in saying how good the products are. And again, as a member of our team, we'll be coaching you through that, coaching you on which products may be the best for you, and just guiding you through this system that works so very well. Now, one of the guys was mentioning the other day that he'd had been listening to Tony Robbins, and Tony says there's basically, for a successful person, or to be successful in a business or pretty much anything in life, I guess, right, is the number one thing is you need to have like a mentor. Find somebody who's already slayed the dragon, so you don't have to try and reinvent the wheel. Naturally, yes, you're going to make mistakes along the way, but you want somebody like me who's already been there. If I can't answer your questions, Josh can, or many other of our team leaders can. Mike Hobbs can. Plus, there's just a whole bunch of information that's available, all for free, basically once you've joined on our prosperity team, that will help you. And so the first thing is find a mentor. And then the second thing is you need to be like fully immersed in it. Okay. When I say fully immersed, yes, I understand you have a job, but perhaps maybe part of your goal is to, over the next year or 2 or 6 months or whatever it is to, slide out of your job into a full-time business of some sort, whatever that might be, or whatever your goal is. I don't know what it is for you. I know what it is for me. I'm getting to the point where I'm backing off in real estate and the business. Is somewhat passive, the income from it, and the more you get into it, the more passive the income becomes. But first of all, you need a mentor, and the second thing is you need to be fully immersed in it. Now, in our case, we're talking about 60 to 90 minutes a day, 5 days a week. If you do 7, that's better. But even with that kind of commitment, you can still build a very, very equitable type of business. All right, so mentor is one, full immersion is second, and then the other thing is having daily repeatable activities that you can do surrounding that business. And we offer some really good information. Now, everybody does this a little bit different, right? But if you can find and you will find your niche within the business, there's probably there's hundreds of ways you can market. And I don't teach anybody to pick 25 ways to market, and kind of the old thing. Well, let's throw some mud on the wall and see what sticks type of thing. I'm more like find a couple things that work for you and get really, really good at them. And that's basically what I've done. I've tried some other things. You know what? It didn't really maybe like it as much, or they because I had some success, but I like Craigslist. I like Facebook ads. I like some social media type of stuff. So that's kind of what I stick to, and that's what works for me, right? So this is easy. Some of it's a little monotonous, but it's daily activities that anybody can do, and as long as you do these things, follow our formula, you will, I'm pretty confident you'll get sales. Again, there's no guarantees, but it's like I said, it's a case study type of program. There's a whole bunch of us doing it, and we're getting results. So if you just model us, the chances are it's going to be successful, right? Back like I was talking earlier about franchises, where you spend all this money, they load you up with books, and you follow their system, and it costs you, well, what's a cheap franchise like? I mean, can you get probably some sort of, I don't know, a cheap one for $25,000 up to, well, millions of dollars. Whereas this, for probably about, the initial system's only $25 a month, but you're going to have to spend a little bit more of that. It's more like probably about $100 a month. Well, that's a pretty cheap way to start a business, I would say. And to have the support you're going to have, it's just a phone call away. So, all real good stuff here, right? So, the final thing I was going to say, because I don't want to keep you too long tonight here, is that if you're interested, I've got my contact information down below here. If you're ready to join our team, there'll be a button down below here. But the other thing I know about successful people is well, two things I'm going to talk about is the old ready, fire, aim theory, whereas you don't. You maybe not sure 100% what you're doing, and off you go. I was talking to a guy the other day, and he said to me, I'm very, very analytical, and I'm going to be studying this and doing that. And I didn't say to him that, well, this, I'm sure he studied every type of program that's come across his desk. Those type of people usually don't have much success in business. They're too busy trying to analyze, trying to wait for perfect. I'm just by nature the type of person, and I've got better at it as the years have gone on, is that I get a little bit of knowledge, I push forward, and it's like flying a jet plane, right? I'm not always on course, but I'm always making corrections to get myself back on course. So anyways, love to have you on my team. You got any questions, my information's down below here. Anybody signs up, probably by the end of the week, I've got a really great bonus video that I can send you by one of our team leaders. Basically, it's creating a $20,000 a month business. Again, no guarantees here, but it's probably one of the best pieces of information on business building you'd ever get. So I'll get that to you as a bonus if you sign up today or tonight, and I'll get that off to you right away. So come on, push the button down below here, get on my team, let's get going with this, and I'm looking forward to your call, text, whatever you want. My Facebook link, I'll put it down here as well. Chat with me on Facebook. As you can see, I'm a real guy. I'm not hiding. I've got my cell phone number there. This information, this whole process, it works, and I know it'll work for you. I absolutely know it worked for you. If it can work for me, a 57-year-old realtor, why not you? Why not you? Thanks for listening. Have a great night.